You walk down the street. Every eye catches yours. Every head turns when you pass. No introductions, no greetings, just recognition. It's strange. You haven't done a thing. No heroics, no speeches, no grand gestures. Yet somehow, every stranger in town knows your name. And you did absolutely nothing. Nothing. They whisper it in alleys, murmur it in cafes. Even the barista who never looks up from her coffee machine, she knows. You might think it's luck, coincidence, but there's a pattern, and patterns are dangerous. Patterns make people notice. Patterns make people remember. You don't have to act. You don't have to perform. You just have to exist. And yet, the weight of their awareness feels heavier than any obligation. No. It's terrifying and thrilling. Every glance, every subtle nod, every half smile, it's like a spotlight you never asked for. But here's the secret. The world doesn't reward effort. Not really. It rewards presence. It rewards audacity. It rewards those who bend reality with the sheer force of being. And you're doing it without even trying. Isn't that deliciously cruel? Think about it. Every stranger that knows you is a tiny ripple in the chaos. Each name spoken, each recognition, a crack forming in the invisible walls of normalcy. They've cataloged you, labeled you, filed you away in their minds. And yet, you haven't moved a finger. You haven't whispered a word. You haven't played their games. And still, here you are, the anomaly, the spark, the question that refuses to be answered. But don't get comfortable. Not yet. Awareness cuts both ways. Their eyes on you are chains, if you let them be. Curiosity is a double-edged blade, and everyone loves a spectacle until it's staring back at them. Every nod, every acknowledgement, every name muttered under their breath is an invitation to what? That's up to you. The stage is set, and you are the unknown variable. The wild card in the deck no one wanted to shuffle. And here's the kicker. You don't need approval. You don't need permission. You don't even need explanation. All you need is the audacity to exist like this, untamed, unbothered, unclaimed. Let them stare. Let them whisper. Let them try to piece together a puzzle with no picture. Because the moment you start bending to expectation, the spell breaks, the fascination fades. And then, you're just another face in the crowd. No. That's not your story, not your chapter, not your chaos. So lean into it. Relish the awareness that isn't earned, the fame that isn't sought, the power of inertia that they cannot touch. Because tomorrow, when they wake up wondering about you again, when they feel that faint echo of recognition, they'll remember, and you will still be doing nothing. And yet, everything has changed. Now here's the truth. Most people spend their entire lives chasing attention, performing stunts, shouting into the void, begging for acknowledgement. And what do they get? Empty stares, forgettable names, faces that blur into walls. You, though, you've cracked the code. You've discovered the quiet weapon of existence, the kind that doesn't announce itself with fireworks or hashtags or hollow trophies. It whispers, it lingers, it burns slowly in the minds of everyone around you. Think about it. They notice you without reason. And that is power. Real power. The kind no lecture can teach, no seminar can sell, no advice column can package. It's untamed, untouched, raw, and yet it doesn't belong to you. Not fully. It belongs to them. Their curiosity, their attention, their silent obsession. And here's where it gets fun. You decide what to do with it. You shape it. You twist it. You let it haunt them, or you let it fade like smoke. Every choice is a ripple. Every ripple is a storm waiting to happen. Most people fear being seen. They hide in corners, behind excuses, behind routines. Not you. You are the anomaly. They can't explain, and that scares them. Scares them more than words ever could. No, no, no. That fear is your fuel. That invisible gravity pulling at their eyes, their thoughts, their idle chatter. That is momentum. Momentum you didn't even try to create. They are running on your inertia, and all you did was exist. Imagine the possibilities if you actually leaned into it. But beware. Power without control is chaos. Recognition without direction is a trap. That's why most people crumble under the gaze of others. They let the attention own them, not you. You see the strings, you feel the pull, and now you can decide. Will you be the puppet or the puppeteer? Will you stay a shadow they whisper about, or will you step into the edges of the storm and bend it to your design? Every glance they throw your way is a spark, every whisper a matchstick, and fire. Fire can consume or illuminate. So, here's the challenge. Stop thinking small. Stop waiting for approval, accolades, or permission to exist in this strange, dark spotlight they've given you. Stop hiding in the comfortable fog of anonymity. Lean in. Embrace the weight of their attention. Step deliberately into the space they never thought you'd occupy. Make them remember you, not for what you do, but for what you refuse to do. And in that refusal, in that stillness, in that unshakable quiet, you become unstoppable. Not because they cheer, not because they fear, but because you've turned the simplest act of all, existence, into a performance only you can control. Because here's the final secret. They know your name, yes. They whisper it, they murmur it, they catalog it in the shadows of their minds. But names are nothing without meaning. And meaning is something you carve yourself. You don't need applause. You don't need validation. You don't need to explain. You need to decide who you are in that silence. And in that decision, everything changes. So the question now isn't whether they know you. The question is, what will you do with it? Will you vanish into their forgetfulness? Or will you become the story that haunts the town long after their eyes leave your face? Every stranger who knows your name is a canvas. Every gaze is a brushstroke. And you are the artist of their obsession. And the masterpiece, that's entirely up to you. So now, it's time to decide. Not tomorrow, not when the stars align or the world gives permission. Now, every stranger that knows your name is a tool, a weapon, a mirror. And mirrors, well, mirrors show the truth. And truth is always messy, always uncomfortable, always beautiful. Embrace the gaze. Stop flinching when eyes linger. Stop shrinking when whispers trail behind you. The more they see, the more power you hold. Let their attention wash over you like wind over glass. Let it sharpen you, not break you. Every glance is fuel, every recognition a spark, and sparks ignite fires. Cultivate mystery. You've already done half the work. People know your name, but not your story. They can't pin you down, can't label you, can't explain you. And that's perfect. Keep them guessing. Speak less than expected. Move differently than predicted. Let them chase shadows while you stride through light. Silence, after all, is louder than noise. Control your ripple. Every movement, every choice, every appearance is a brushstroke on the canvas of their minds. Decide carefully what you allow them to see. Chaos is powerful, yes, but chaos without direction is nothing. Let them feel your presence, but never give them the map. Keep them on the edge. Keep them wanting. Keep them awake at night, wondering, and all you did was exist. Own your stillness. People are terrified of emptiness, of quiet, of pauses. Use it. Walk into the room and don't speak. Sit in the cafe and let the whispers fill the air. Watch as they project, as they imagine, as they question. In stillness, you become larger than life. In stillness, you control the narrative without a single word. Act deliberately. The power of being known without doing anything is intoxicating. But it's only the beginning. Once they notice you, once the whisper spreads, once their eyes follow, that's when you decide what the story becomes. Step forward, step back, change directions, flip expectations. Make them wonder if what they know is even real. And in that uncertainty, you are untouchable. Not because they fear you, not because they love you, because they can't predict you. Finally, remember this: names are nothing. Recognition is fleeting. Attention is fragile. But presence is eternal. It's quiet. It's sharp. It's lethal. And you've already mastered it without lifting a finger. Now take it further. Shape it, bend it, live inside it, and watch as the town you've haunted with your silence begins to tremble, not with fear, not with admiration, but with the simple, undeniable knowledge that something extraordinary walks among them. So go ahead. Walk into the streets, step into the cafes, sit on the benches. Let them see you. Let them speak your name. Let them wonder. And never forget, you did all of this without trying, without performing, without asking. You did nothing, and yet everything has already changed. Now, let's talk consequences. Not the scary kind, the exhilarating kind. Every eye that traces you, every whisper that repeats your name, it isn't just recognition, it's an invitation. An invitation to define the story on your terms. They think they know you, they think they understand the rules. But here's the truth, there are no rules. Not for you, not anymore. Step into that power. Feel it wrap around your shoulders like a cloak. The weight of their attention isn't a burden, it's leverage. Every nod, every murmur, every sideways glance becomes a tool you can wield. And the most intoxicating part? You don't even have to lift a finger. The moment they notice you is already a victory. They are reacting, you are acting by doing nothing. Delicious, isn't it? And now comes the real test. Consistency. People forget actions, they forget faces, They forget promises, but they never forget presence. The way you exist. The way you occupy space without asking permission. Keep showing up, keep existing, and watch the ripple grow into a current. Soon, you won't just be a whisper in the crowd. You'll be the echo that no one can ignore, the shadow that lingers long after you've passed. But don't get soft. Don't let their fascination cage you. Curiosity is a gift. Yes, but it can also become expectation. Every gaze they throw your way is a question, and every question demands an answer, unless you refuse to give one. That refusal, that's your signature. That's your chaos. That's the thing that makes them wonder, and fear and admire all at the same time. No, no, no. Let them never fully catch you, never fully understand you. Let them chase ghosts while you move like a storm in plain sight. And finally, this is the crown jewel, freedom. The kind they can never take from you. The world can watch. The town can whisper. Every stranger can murmur your name over and over. And yet, you remain untethered, unclaimed, unbound. Their recognition becomes your canvas. Their fascination becomes your playground. You are the enigma, the spark, the variable that refuses to be solved. And in that, you find the ultimate victory, absolute autonomy over their perception and total command over your own existence. So walk forward. Step deliberately. Let the world notice. Let them wonder. Let them speak your name. And never ever apologize for the quiet storm you are. They know you. Yes, they fear you. Maybe they respect you. Perhaps. But here's the kicker. They will never control you. And that is the only prize worth chasing. The rest is just noise. Now, it's your turn to escalate. Not just survive in their awareness, but thrive. You've walked the streets. You've been seen. You've felt the weight of their gazes. You've mastered stillness, leveraged whispers, and turned nothing into everything. But the final act? The final act is no longer about them. It's about you. Every whisper that repeats your name is a reminder. You exist. Every glance that lingers is a challenge. Define what that existence means. Most people crumble under this pressure. Most people run, hide, shrink. But you've already done the hard part. You've claimed the invisible stage. You've become the question they can't answer. And now you decide whether to be legend or myth. Both are possible. Here's the truth. They can only recognize you. They cannot define you. They cannot dictate your steps. And that is the ultimate leverage. Every step you take from here is deliberate. Every choice is a statement. Every pause, every silence, every glance, an echo in the hallways of their minds. And they will never forget. No, no, no. They will never forget. So push further. Step out of the shadows that only half existed in their imagination. Let the town see the shape of a mind that refuses to be tamed. Let the whispers grow louder. Let the murmur swell into a presence that cannot be ignored, not because you shout, not because you demand, but because you exist fully, unpredictably, dangerously, intentionally. And remember this, being known without doing is just the beginning. Being remembered without trying, that is mastery. That is power. That is the stage you've built without asking for permission. And the beauty, it's endless. Endless because you are endless. You are the variable they never expected, the storm that never announces itself, the enigma that lingers long after names are spoken. So go on. Walk into their eyes. Let the streets murmur your name. Let the cafes echo your presence. Let them chase questions you refuse to answer. And in that glorious, chaotic, delicious silence, you will realize the final truth. They know you, but they will never own you. And you are free. Free in a way most people will never even imagine. Now remember, this isn't a performance. This isn't a trick. This isn't a show. This is life. Your life. The one that has quietly, terrifyingly, provocatively turned everyone else's attention into your playground. Every stranger that knows your name, they're the audience. You are the story. And the story is only beginning.